Manchester, with an estimated population of 498,000 people, the city was one of the breeding grounds of the Industrial Revolution and its entrepreneurs. Industrial tycoons set up museums, galleries, theatres, and libraries, as well as outstanding civic architecture in the city. Housing over 100,000 students across 4 universities, Manchester has a vast creative network. With Media City recently opened on what used to be the ship loading docks in Salford, the city is sure to have a lot of people from around the UK visiting in search of new opportunities. Over 50,000 journeys are made every day on the city's Metrolink. With an estimated total of 300,000 people in the working class category, it shows that the city has a high employment rate. What a lot of people don't realise is that there is another side to Manchester. The Manchester urban music scene. With its harsh realities, somewhat gang culture, negative environments, a lot of underground MCs have emerged from Manchester. Some have turned the negatives into positives, some are stuck in their own ways. Either way, this underground culture has had an effect on the city. We will take a journey and look deeper into this urban music scene and find out if it has a future. We had a chance to talk to young up-and-coming hip-hop artist Small D on his take on the Manchester urban music scene.
My name's Small D. I'm 17 years old and I'm a hip-hop artist from Manchester.
I'm Van Gogh with the pen. I create paintings. And yes, I'm thankful to the Lord for the things that He has gave me.
I've been in the game for approximately 5 or 6 years now. I started around 2005. That's when a lot of the Manchester music was really alive and kicking. The people that inspire me right now is a lot like Drake, J. Cole, Nas, quite a few tracks from Big L, a few people from like the UK scene. Would probably be like Shifty, Blizzard, and Riggs and people like that. The people that I really listened to back in the day were a lot of the crews like MKI, Zero Tolerance, LMC, Mayhem. I feel as though the Manchester music scene is moving in a positive direction. A lot of the people have become independent towards their music, so they can really say what they want and how everything should really go on. London is more dominant towards music because of the people and the opportunities they have, but I feel as though Manchester's really getting put on the map because of people like Shifty who have gone on Tim Westwood and done freestyles, and Blizzard getting on SBTV, doing all these F64s, getting Manchester on the map. Quick 16. I'm back to the scene of grime, not wasting time. When writing my lines, murking the oldest, teaching the youngest. This is the reason why I shine. Never been broke, never been a joke. Reasons why I'm one hell of a guy. I'm a young fly guy, confident, yes, really. That's why your girl loves I. Next sensation, best in the nation. Don't flare up your aggravation. What's the point in your hatred? Tell me. I just need a congratulations or upgrade more. I have no flaws. That's in my imagination. Success is reached through the steps of patience and determination. Yes, that was a little quick 16, coming from a tune called Back to Grime that I'm doing on the mixtape called Unspoken Words.
We caught up with Manchester's very own grime and dubstep producer Adam Nelson, also known as Dirt Clod, and hip-hop and grime artist Jake Jones, aka YJ, to find out more about the history and progression of the Manchester urban music scene.
My name's Adam Nelson, aka Dirt Clod. I've been involved in music now for a good few years. Urban music was really the first thing in life that I really took a true passion towards and a true love towards, and I've been really enjoying being involved in the scene now for the past few years and really looking forward to being involved in taking it onwards.
Yeah, I'm Jake Jones, also known as YJ as well. I MC from Manchester. Been involved with this underground urban scene for a long time now, since I was about 11 and that, so yeah.
For me, my first memory of urban music was I had no real exposure to it until I got invited out to an illegal rave in a warehouse in Trafford.
Earliest memories probably of urban music. It was all about grime for me, innit, from the start. So obviously it was just, everyone was just talking about Shifty really. Shifty was that guy, like Shifty was everyone was speaking about, who was listening in school. Everyone had like a little Shifty ringtone and that's what it was. And then as well as Shifty, you know, he was repping Mayhem with Rem Dog and Slayer and that, and Blizzard as well.
I think back a few years back, the Manchester urban scene was really taking off, and disappointingly, I don't think it got as far as it could with the energy it had at the time.
When I first got into it, it was proper like bumping, like every man was like into grime, like fully. Everyone wanted to spit bars, and they didn't want to spit bars, they wanted to make a beat, and they didn't want to make a beat, they just wanted to be mates with someone who was spitting bars. Like that was like the proper shout and that, so like everyone really got influenced by it back then. But then it sort of died down for a bit, like it went dead, it went pretty much dead for the past year, 2 years or so really, as far as I can remember really.
I would definitely say that the urban music scene and music as a whole definitely has an impact on its listeners and on especially young people coming up, has a lot of influence on young people and their mindset and their approach to life growing up, especially the lyrical side of the music. Obviously the instrumental side has a lot of impact on how people feel and how people enjoy themselves on a night out. But the lyrical side, these days, I'd say the lyrical side of music is very positive this day and age. There's much less talk about, you know, gang culture and violence and any of that. To be honest, you don't hear any of that anymore. It's all good, clean. It's all about real talk. It's about life. It's about social issues. It's about love. It's about life. It's about, you know, bad things, good things, but it's all said in a good, clean way which people can enjoy and appreciate. And I think really these days, young people coming up through music, I think it'll be having a good influence on them. I'm hoping it's influencing them in a good way in terms of getting them involved in music and the arts.
People are starting to have a lot more of an impact on like people again, but I reckon the influence was more so back then. Like, cause I'm only saying that because I was a kid back then, so I was getting influenced myself by like seeing these bigger MCs and like aspiring to maybe be like them or whatever. But these days, from my perspective, it's more like there are still fans and that, but I think people, they had a lot more influence back then, especially over me anyway. But I'm maybe the tables are turned where MCs like myself are now influencing like younger kids these days and that. So like it's probably just flips like that. It's just different generations and that really.
Manchester urban music definitely has a future. We've just got to keep working hard, pushing the sound, bringing people together. We can get things together more, we can have more nights that more young people can go out and meet people, because that's what it's all about at the end of the day. Music is something that should bring people together into a similar mindset, a similar frame of mind, a similar culture, which these days is very positive. Overall, it's got a lot of love, and I hope that, if there's going to be any future for the scene moving forward, it's just keeping on going with what we're doing right now, and everyone's working hard, and it's just keeping that momentum flowing.
I think Manchester's definitely got a future. Like, as far as I'm concerned, it's been London all these years. Like, that's what it's been. Like, that is what it's been. Everyone cares about London, but now you see, like my prediction is 2013, even towards the end of 2012, is Manchester's time.
To find out what the public think about the Manchester urban music scene, we went out into the city centre and gauged their views. Do you think Manchester music has a future?
Yeah, I do. I think it's got a lot of talented artists that are coming out of the woodworks and stuff, and a lot of London artists are starting to work with a lot of Manchester artists, and we're basically on the map now. So I think definitely.
I like it, but I don't think it can come from here, really, no.
In some ways, in some ways, no. It's like some people could produce really good music, but in others, no, because some parts of Manchester have really bad crime rates, but others don't. So it's up to the person who wants to make it, really.
No. I mean, physically, for all the people that have come out of Manchester, they all suck.
I don't know, I think so, possibly. But if they keep, like, being different, not trying to be like London, if you know what I mean. Even though I'm from London as well, and I do like London grime and stuff like that, but they should like keep it different as well. Still kind of keep to like the same old grime usual things, but like keep it different as well. Like stay true to who you are and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So don't try to be too much like London or wherever. Just keep it normal. Like stay in Manchester. If you know what I mean? So.
It is fair to say that the history of the Manchester music scene has developed and expanded from guitar music to include more electronically produced grime and hip-hop music. Manchester is slowly but surely on the rise as the UK's core scene of urban music. Who knows? There might be a future Jay-Z coming out of the underrated city sometime soon.
Oh